Hello, my friends. Today we are talking about our summers. This episode is titled The Unstressed Speechie's Summer Plans, and these are our plans that we are going to be handling for this summer. We're going to talk about how we can use our summer to make sure that we are unstressed. So if you are new to the term unstressed, this is the term that I am using to describe how we feel like a schwa. If you're familiar with the schwa is the unstressed sound. And so it is the sound that when put in words is never in the stressed syllable. And so the schwa is the unstressed sound, and we are going to be like the schwa, and we are going to be unstressed. And so today we're going to be talking about what we can do over the summer to be unstressed, because I'm sure it is familiar to all of you to have that feeling when you get to August or September when your school year is about to start, where yes, you got some downtime over the summer, but all of a sudden you are drowning before the first bell has even rung. You have new students, new IEPs, you have caseloads to update, you have sessions to plan, you've got to get everybody into your schedule, and you haven't even had a chance to really have that downtime that you needed to decompress from last school year. So this school year, we're going to do things differently. So we're going to spend our summers not overworked, but making some very intentional choices, making some plans that we can put some things in motion over the summer that are going to make it so that we can be unstressed when we come back to school in August and in September, whenever your school year starts. Hey, Tammy. Hey, Haley. Welcome. I see that you guys are in here live watching our recording. If you guys have any questions as we go along, for sure, put those in the chat. All right, so we're going to talk about a couple of things that you may be encountering when it comes to thinking about your summer plans, and how we can shift those into creating some systems and doing it in a really easy, fun way that's going to help you feel ready by the time next school year comes. And so the big picture here is that our Unstressed Speechies are going to be doing this as a summer reset, and we're all doing it together as a group inside the SLK Curriculum Hub, and it's going to be super fun. We're going to make it a game, and we're going to keep it light, because summer is supposed to be our light time, right? Summer is supposed to be the time where we get to kind of relax a little bit, maybe decompress, maybe just not take things quite so hard and fast, right? So let's talk about that. Okay, so the first challenge we have to our summer reset and being able to do this is if you are feeling like summer is your time off, right? And you shouldn't have to think about work on your time off. And I totally understand that feeling, and I have been there myself. But this isn't about working your summer away. We're not going to spend our entire summer working. It's about doing a tiny bit of intentional setup now so that your future self will thank you in August or September when you come back. And the whole idea here is if we do this in some really small, manageable, bite-sized pieces, then it doesn't have to feel like you're working your summer away. It can feel like just a little bit here, a little bit there. And the way we do that is by starting in June, not waiting until we're almost through our summer and going, oh no, I have to get this all ready. I have to get things set up. Oh yeah, Carrie said there was a plan. So if we start in June and we go through June and July, little bits at a time, then by the time you get to August, you're going to be feeling good. Now, I will say, I know some of you are starting school or continuing school through June. So if you're in a different schedule than where I am, maybe your summer doesn't really start until July, but you have until September. So you could push that back. But we are going to be starting our summer reset in June to make sure, because I know we have people who start at the beginning of August. That's when their kids start back. So we want to make sure everybody has time. But if you need to push yours back, that's totally allowed. Tammy and Haley, when do your school years end for you guys? How close are you guys to the end? Okay. So the next challenge that we run across when we're working May 21st. Oh, that's the same day as ours. That's our last day as well. Yeah. So you are perfectly positioned to do the June and July. All right, so the next challenge that we have is the belief that if we just set aside some time right before the beginning of school that we will be able to get our system set up then. And I want to challenge you on this because when we do that, when we postpone and procrastinate and put it off, we tend to get to the point where we're trying to do everything at once. And that is when we have zero bandwidth to build anything new, to come up with anything that's going to stick. And so we tend to throw things together. We take shortcuts. We say, oh, I'll do that piece later. And so August is really more of a survival mode, whereas June and July are those months where we do have the brain space to actually think through and design a system that works for you. And so that is another piece I want you to keep in your mind is the Unstressed Speechie is taking advantage of those months in between, not waiting until the last minute before school starts. All right, another challenge that we see sometimes when we are thinking about doing a summer reset like this is maybe we've tried things in the past and they haven't stuck. And so I want you to know right now that it is not your fault that systems have not stuck, that things have gotten chaotic again, that you have lost your track or whatever it was that you were going to do. The thing that's different about my summer reset is I have spent a lot of years not only educating myself about how we stay organized, how our brains work, and in particular, how the ADHD brain works. So stick with me here. Even if you don't have ADHD, I have found as a person with ADHD that if I choose specific organizational strategies, I'm more likely to follow through with them. And those specific strategies are the ones that are designed for an ADHD brain, right? So I know that I'm going to struggle to stick with something. I know that I'm going to get really excited and get it set up, and then it's going to fall apart. I'm going to lose the motivation. And so the systems that I create them for myself, guys. You're welcome to come along on this journey, but these are for me. And so they are better for ADHD brains. Now, even if you don't have ADHD, you are still going to benefit from this because even if you are the kind of person who follows through and sticks with stuff, eventually life will get chaotic and you will be grateful for the fact that our systems are designed to help you get through those times, even when things are chaotic, even when, as my friend says, your brain has holes in them and you feel like things are just sliding right through, you'll still have those strategies. So our system, designed for chaos, designed for ADHD, and also we've been testing and iterating our systems over the last several years with all of our subscribers, all of our members. And so we have some really, really great systems that I can just hand you and you can install into your life, just like a new operating system. Guys, we're putting together a new operating system this summer. So if that is a concern you have, that you feel like you've tried in the past and it's not worked, that's my message to you. It's not your fault. We have better systems. We have designed better systems that will support you. Hey, Jillian, welcome. If you have any questions, you can pop those into the chat. All right. And then the final challenge, if you are feeling this way, sometimes we feel like we just need to find the right system, right? I need to try something different. I need to look at all the systems and I need to choose the best one. And we get into this decision paralysis, right? Where we can't decide because there's too many choices. So what I would recommend is you just pick a method and you go. The one that you start is the one that will work for you, right? As long as you have the right systems in place and you're following through, then that is the right system for you. So instead of trying to feel like you need to shop around or continue to research or come up with better ways, just pick one, right? So if it's our system, awesome. If it's something else, awesome. But pick a way and just stick with it. All right, so let's look at what does our September look like on the other side of this? I want you to close your eyes for a second. Imagine it's the first week of school and you have all your sessions planned, your data system's ready to go. You know exactly where your paperwork is and how it's all going to flow. You know what to do when those screenings and those referrals come in. You've got all of this stuff in place. And I want you to think about which pieces you need to put in place in order to feel that. Because chances are, as you're imagining your unstressed, speechy self, there are probably some areas that you go, ugh, man, but if I could get this piece in place, that would really help. So I want you to write those down, take some notes about what pieces you want to put together this summer, and then you can start to think through, how do we break that down into smaller bits, right? So like I said, we're going to be doing a summer reset inside our curriculum. I'm going to be talking a lot about this stuff on the podcast, but if you want to play our game and do it with us, you can join us inside the SLK Curriculum Hub. You can go to hub.speechandlanguagekids.com to sign up. And we're going to do this as a game because here's what I've decided. Play is the opposite of stress. It is really hard to be stressed out when you are playing. And it is also really hard to play when you're feeling stressed out. So we're going to make this summer fun. We're going to turn this into a game. And so we're going to have little pieces, little challenges that we do throughout the summer. At the end, anyone who finishes all the steps is going to get a prize. I don't know what the prize is yet, but we're still working on that. But it's going to be really fun. And we're going to have lots of fun activities to do together to get through this, because this is something that I want us to do as a group. I want you to have a community of people to lean on when you are confused or not sure what to do, or just need that extra little motivation to get over the hump and just do it. So we're going to be doing this together, and I'm going to tell you my 8 steps to our game. So our game is going to have, we're going to make like a little board game that so you can like mark them off. But we're going to have the board game, and then each of those 8 steps is going to be 1 week. And so 1 week at a time, you'll just do one little piece, and you'll add each piece in. And by the end of the game, you will become the Unstressed Speechie. You will get whatever prize I decide you get in the mail, and it'll be lovely. So here are our 8 steps to becoming an Unstressed Speechie. So the first one is going to be to run fun sessions. So we're going to overhaul your session layout, how you run your sessions. We are going to use our virtual therapy table to do this. So if you haven't been in there yet, we have our virtual therapy table, has a worksheet of the day that's a themed activity. This week, they're all teacher appreciation themed, which is super fun. Today's is to decorate a bookmark. And these they change every weekday. And so you just print off today's activity, and you have a physical activity that the child can do on the table alongside their work. So while they're doing their work, this is the thing that keeps it fun and engaging. Each of those pages is, hang on. I forgot to grab it. It's designed to work with a 20-sided dice. So I have my 20-sided dice here. Those of you on here live with me can, maybe see it. It has sparkles inside. It's like a little snow globe, and I absolutely love it. I know Tammy got one of these too. Actually, a bunch of you have gotten these, which I love. But anyway, 20-sided dice, super fun. My kids call these the clicky clacky math rocks. So you just roll it. Such a satisfying sound. Anyway, our worksheets are all designed to use a 20-sided dice. We have a 20-sided dice that we love and recommend, and you can find that link inside our hub as well. Or you can use our interactive digital version. And so you just log on to the therapy table, and it's right there. You click it, and it goes, and it generates a number between 1 and 20. And that allows you to use our virtual therapy table. There's also an AI prompt generator on there, so you can generate word lists or reading passages or whatever you need. So all of that is on one page inside our curriculum. And that is how we're going to help you run fun sessions that require zero planning and prep at all. All right. So that's step 1. Step 2 is plan like a boss. So we're going to overhaul our planning systems by using therapy packets, therapy programs that are already made. All you have to do is print them, stick them in their folder, and you're good to go for therapy. So we're going to help you get that set up. Then step 3 is going to be track like a pro. So we're going to track some progress using a better data collection system. So we're going to help you transform your data collection system into something that is effective and takes less time. And then step 4 is to build your paperwork palace. So this is where we're going to house all of our paperwork, all of our systems and processes and checklists, and all of that is going to be nicely, neatly organized. And that's 1 week is just setting up the paperwork area. And then step 5 or week 5 is going to be note it and forget it. So this is where you're going to put your update your session notes, your progress notes, and your billing practices. And we're going to use some AI to help you with that, because that is a task that AI can make super, super fast and easy if we use the right tools. So we'll give you the tools for that. Then step 6 is IEP like a champion. And if you're not in the United States, therapy plan like a champion. This is going to be your annual plan process where you figure out a system that works for getting your IEPs completed and done on time, and streamline that whole process. Then week 7 is fill your pipeline. This is going to be your systems for referrals and evaluations. What do you do when the referrals come in, and how do we do those screenings really quickly and easily? And again, we're giving you all the tools for this. And then step 8, week 8, which I'm really excited about. This one is to overhaul your scheduling with our new communication labs. So this is a piece we're still putting together right now, which is cool because that means I have 8 weeks to get it done by the time we start this, right? But the communication labs are going to hopefully make your scheduling so much simpler, because you're just going to be dumping kids into labs instead of trying to do all this crazy scheduling and having these groups that are mixed between 17 different skills. And each lab is going to run its own program. So we're going to have all of that, and I'll tell you more about that as it comes out. But that's our plan. That's our plan for the summer reset. So we would love to have you join us on this. If not, that's okay. You can do your own summer reset and figure out which pieces you need and put those together over the summer. But everything's more fun when we do it together and when we do it as a game. So I hope you guys will come in. Plus, we've got all of this stuff already created, right? So we're just handing you a piece and you say, okay, here's how I install this into my life, right? You don't have to come up with it from scratch. You don't have to design this. It's all right there. So let's see. We're going to start that in June. Those of you who are already a member in our program, you don't have to do anything to sign up. You can RSVP to the event on the calendar, and that'll just give you notifications when we start. But you're already in. You get access to our whole summer reset in June and July. We're going to do it together. And then if you are not yet subscribed, if you're not a member of our program, just go on over to hub.speechandlanguagekids.com. You can go ahead and start using the virtual therapy table right away. That's a great way to use for your last sessions of the school year, just to get through. I have some really, really fun activities planned. So next week is going to be carnival or field day themed. And then the week after that, we're going to do some virtual field trips, which I think is going to be super fun. So definitely just pop in now, use the virtual therapy table, and then get ready for June. We're going to start this the first week of June. Every Friday, I'll do a live call to help you build the piece that you need for that. Like on the planning day, we're going to build a file box, and you're going to put your files in. So we'll do a make and take for the program and getting everything set up. And then we'll still be doing the podcasts and all of the other fun events as well. Plus we'll have the games. So I'm excited. I hope you're excited. I would love for you to become an Unstressed Speechie with us this summer and get ready for the next school year, so that next school year can be your best school year ever. All right. Thank you all so much for listening. I will see you next time on the Speech and Language Kids podcast. Bye for now.